Hi, my name is Livi. I am a sophomore at UNC Chapel Hill, and I am studying environmental science and public policy and minoring in chemistry. And today I'm going to be talking about my internship through EcoStudio. So I worked for Sound Rivers, which is a nonprofit organization based in North Carolina. The main goal of Sound Rivers is to protect and preserve the Tar Pamlico and Neuse River basins, which are two river basins in North Carolina. And they do this by preserving the health and beauty of these basins through environmental justice initiatives. So they perform studies and write reports about different environmental problems that are affecting these basins and better inform the public and other people and academics about these issues. Specifically, I worked under Jillian Howell, who is one of the staff at Sun Rivers, and she is the Tar Pamlico Riverkeeper. So I studied sanitary sewer overflows, also called SSOs, this past semester. I looked at these on a statewide basis, looking at all of North Carolina, as well as by basin, looking specifically at the Tar Pamlico and Neuse River Basin. For my deliverables, I wrote a scientific report and I created a fact sheet. So just a little bit of background about what I was studying. SSOs are when untreated wastewater um, overflows from a sewer and gets into the surrounding environment unintentionally. And the causes of this are heavy rain and storm events, as well as power failure and system malfunction within the sewer system itself. um, this can have a lot of negative effects. There can be contamination issues if this water or if the sewage does get into nearby water sources, which can have negative effects on ecosystem health. It can create fish killing, eutrophication, or nutrient pollution, but can also have negative effects on human and public health if the water is used for recreation or for drinking. So at the beginning of the semester, I received a large data set from the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality. Um, and this was all reported SSOs in North Carolina from July of 2018 to July of 2021. So first, I cleared and analyzed this data, and I studied spills by state, by river basin, by county, or by reporting entity in town. For my report, I then created tables to present some of my key findings. So I looked at total volume of spills in certain areas, total volume that made it to surface waters, number of spills in an area per year, looked at a few different variables. And then I also studied how SSOs relate to climate change and environmental justice. So some of the key findings, first of all, this report is underestimate. Um, Entities only have to report SSOs to the DEQ if the spill is over 1,000 gallons or if the spill directly um, hits surface water. So if neither of these requirements are met, then the spill is not reported. Secondly, the public is largely unaware of a lot of these spill events happening because both of these requirements must be met for the public to be notified. So the spill has to be over 1,000 gallons and the spill has to have hit surface water for the public to be notified. Relating to climate change is likely to increase the occurrence of SSOs because of the changing weather patterns. It may produce higher intensity and higher frequency of storms, which would then increase SSOs. So what can be done about this? First of all, the reporting system should be updated so the public is more aware of spill events that are happening in their area. Um, and then secondly, sewer infrastructure is getting old, and when it gets old, it malfunctions more and causes more problems. So if there can be investment in sewer infrastructure, this would also decrease the frequency of SSOs. Some of the key takeaways from the experience as a whole as an internship. So I worked completely remotely, and I was the only person working on this project other than my mentor. So I definitely had to learn time management, and how to really use my time effectively. I also improved my communication skills. I wrote a report for a scientific audience, and then I also created an infographic for a public audience or a legislative audience. And then just I honed in some skills. I worked on data analysis and improved my Excel skills. And then again, I wrote a report and created an infographic, which was super cool. So yeah, I want to thank my mentor, of course. I want to thank EcoStudio for setting me up with this opportunity. Um, and thank you guys all for listening.